Hello and welcome to the Huntsman World Senior Games Active Life. My name is Kyle Case, and I'll be your host on this amazing journey as we attempt to help you get the most out of your life. Merilee Bingham is a first-year gift shop superstar at the Huntsman World Senior Games and a passionate, certified group fitness instructor who has turned her own journey into inspiration for others. While helping her children through some struggles, she realized she too could make some changes. And as a result, she erased an unhealthy habit and replaced it with fitness, community, and purpose. Fitness is her anti-drug. Now, with more than 8 years of sobriety, she brings her contagious positivity to every UpBeat Barre class at the St. George Recreation Center, helping others find balance, fun, and freedom through movement. Merilee, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Kyle.
Hey,
Good
thanks.
to be here.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we're looking forward to this conversation. I want to start off right with a compliment. We've worked together this year at the games. I don't ever remember seeing you without a smile on your face. You bring a lot of positive energy to everything that you do. Tell us a little bit about UpBeat Barre. What is it? How did you find it? Just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, UpBeat Barre is a fitness format. It incorporates cardio, strength training, Pilates, and yoga. It is more of a high-intensity workout, but it can be modified for any age group, any fitness level at all. I love the strength training component of it. I heard about it. I was teaching high fitness for many, many years and really involved in the high fitness community. And a lot of instructors that I taught with were starting to tell me about this UpBeat Barre format. The girls who started UpBeat Barre were all high fitness instructors.
Okay.
And so word in the high fitness community spread pretty quickly about UpBeat Barre. And the girls told me it was a good fit for me and I should really try it. And within a few months, there was a certification that came here to St. George. So I signed up and went for the certification without ever having even attended a class and not knowing anything about UpBeat Barre, just being told that it was something that I would love. And I fell in love with it instantly.
They were right.
They were right. It was good to trust them. It was smart to trust them. We took a class before certification. We always do one big class together. And so I was able to take a class at certification and absolutely fell in love. It's a great format. It's a fabulous workout. It's low impact.
Okay.
So something about that I loved was strengthening and toning without high impact.
So I've heard of Barre. I don't know. I've only heard the name. I don't know anything about it. You've already taught me more than I knew about it beforehand. Is there a difference between a barre workout and an UpBeat Barre workout? Is there more intensity, or is it just kind of a brand, or what's the UpBeat part of it?
It's both.
Okay.
Actually, it is more intensity and it is a brand. It is choreographed to really fun, popular music that everybody knows.
Okay.
And the choreography goes so wonderful with the music that everybody just gets involved. And it really is, I think the reason people told me I should do it is because it's more of a party than a class. And for me, when I'm working out, I have to be having fun.
Yeah.
And it's just, there's no purpose in doing it if it's not fun, and you're not going to keep coming back. And UpBeat Barre is fun.
Yeah.
It's really, really fun. It's really engaging.
We have definitely found in interviews and just in interaction with athletes here at the games, if you really want to stick with something, you have to enjoy it.
Yes.
And it sounds like for you at least, and for the people that you're working with, UpBeat Barre is something that is very enjoyable. Take us through a workout. You mentioned that it's got a lot of elements to it: yoga, Pilates, strength training. But what does a workout look like? Are there weights involved? Is it body weight? Is it just movement and dance? Like, take us through a workout.
A little bit of all of it.
Okay.
So we do a warm up, and we do use equipment like a ball.
Okay.
A smaller ball, a Pilates ball. Sometimes we use sliders, and sometimes we use different kinds of bands and weights.
Okay.
We do sometimes we go on the floor to do some yoga moves. We do a little bit of cardio. We do a peak. It's just fun music and fun play tracks and lots of toning and strengthening.
And so if you go on different days, are you going to see a vastly different workout, or is it kind of the same pattern?
So they offer 7 different, I think it's 7 different patterns. I hope I don't misspeak when I say that.
Okay.
The one that I use the most is what we call a stacked playlist. So what I enjoy doing is stacking like all the arm tracks together, all the leg tracks together, and really burning out a muscle group.
Okay.
That's my favorite track to do. But you can do ones that are mostly bar focused and you spend more time at the ballet bar, or ones that are more Pilates focused and you spend more time on the floor. There are definitely different options. But when it comes to the music and the energy, that's going to match any UpBeat Barre, the class that you go to.
Okay,
They'll
I
be
love
the
it.
same.
I love it. So let's just get this out of the way as well. You actually are an instructor at the local recreation center,
Yes.
but this is available nationwide or even worldwide. If people are interested in finding out more about this, it's going to be available at some facility close to them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You can go to upbeatbarre.com and you can search for a class in your area. You can also sign up online to see what the classes are like online. There's teachers that have classes posted online as well.
So you talked a little bit about your certification and how you went into it a little bit blind.
Yeah.
But loved it, which I think is important. Was there anything about the certification process that caught you off guard or surprised you that you weren't expecting?
Not with UpBeat Barre. I have a group fitness instructor certification. That one was a little bit more surprising and a little bit more in depth for that kind of a certification. UpBeat Barre certification really just teaches you about their format, their principles, their goals, and form, different things like that you need to use.
Okay.
That it was just super enjoyable.
Yeah, just something that you really connected with right off the bat.
Absolutely.
And how many people are in a class? Is it like 50 people? Is it 10 people? Does it vary?
It varies.
Okay.
It absolutely varies depending on what time the class is,
Right.
what time of the day, and schedules. Yeah, absolutely. Your 8 and 9 o'clock classes are typically here in St. George will be more full because mothers have dropped their children off and they want to go right
Take
to
it
the
to
gym.
school, and on the way they go.
The 10 and 11 o'clock classes aren't usually as busy, but we'll have anywhere from 2 to 3 people. I've had classes with over 40.
Okay.
So yeah, it really varies on the facility, the space, the time, the location.
Yeah, which of course makes sense.
Yeah.
But my curiosity was, and you answered it, like, could you do a class of 2 or 3, or does it have to be big? And it sounds like you can have as big as you want, and you can also get some really personalized attention if you come with just a small group as well.
Oh, absolutely. For sure.
So we talked about bar. Sounds like a ton of fun. Talk a little bit about your fitness journey. Like you've taught other classes, you've certified in other things. We're going to talk about addiction recovery in just a minute. So, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But what is it that you really love about being a part of the fitness community? What draws you to it?
Carl, I started in the fitness community in my early 20s when I was in college, and some friends drug me to spin classes. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved the instructor. At the time I was living in Florida and just had a really fun, energetic instructor and just fun, energetic music and stuff. So getting it more involved in that and going to those classes on a regular basis with my friends, knowing what to expect, having the accountability, and really gaining community in a group where I felt like I'm a part of this.
Yeah.
I get to be a part of this. And to have an instructor up there helping drive and motivate me when I was with my friends, it was addicting and something that I always wanted to be a part of.
So you just started out as someone who wanted to be in shape, and then you found your tribe. You kind of found your community.
Yeah.
When did you decide to make the transition to, I think I'd like to be a teacher or an instructor now? Was that right away, or did it take a little while?
It was a really gradual process for me, actually. When I was living in Florida, I did get certified to teach spin. My knees were really shot from running around a lot.
Okay.
And I was certified to teach spin and started riding my bike a lot and used to work at a bike shop, and I would ride into work and ride home at the end of the day and I've always loved moving my body and being outdoors, being in the sunshine. That's always been a real component to my lifestyle.
Yeah.
That was the way that I was raised. My father was a big outdoorsman, so I don't remember times where we sat around and watched television. I remember going hiking and fishing and riding our bikes or things like that. So it was a natural way for me to transition that into adulthood.
Awesome.
Always loved it.
Awesome. And it sounds like you've found a way to make it part of your life on a permanent basis.
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. That's fantastic. We obviously work with senior athletes here at the Huntsman World Senior Games. That's kind of our focus. You've also worked with seniors in your instruction and in the classes that you've taught, and you've also worked with all age groups.
Yes.
Do you find that there is a difference in working with seniors or the way that they react to workouts? And if so, do you Are there accommodations that you make? Like, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So when I decided I wanted to incorporate teaching seniors, I went for an additional certification.
Okay.
So I have a senior fitness certification. And that really just gave me more knowledge and ability to help seniors. With seniors, it's a little bit different. We focus on the skills that they need to keep up with their active daily living.
Yeah.
So we focus a lot more on balance, stretching, and strength training in your fitness. I also really enjoy incorporating brain work.
Yeah.
So our brain is a muscle. And so anytime I teach a senior fitness class, at the end of it, you're going to get a little bit of brain work, which is always really fun.
Yeah.
I like to do cross-lateral brain work in all my classes with my seniors. So it is functionality on what we need for everyday living. And I love teaching the senior community because I think those are basics that we all need.
Yeah.
And we often forget. And I think that when we're younger, we go hit the road and run hard and lift heavy. And I like teaching the senior community because it reminds me to slow down. And I need to focus on my balance and my breathing and my stretching and the slower, more intentional movements that I do as seniors. I think I get as much, if not more, from slowing down and listening to my body and making sure that those movements are intentional and they're correct.
Yeah.
So I love the aspect of teaching seniors. I love that seniors will tell you very honestly what they like and what they don't like.
We've noticed that here at the games. We've definitely been beneficiaries of some of that great advice.
I love it. It helps me grow as an instructor to know what you don't love, what you do love. What should I do more of? What should I do less of? Yeah. And I love the feedback the honest feedback I get from seniors is something I do enjoy. It makes me a better instructor.
I appreciate that. And it sounds like the focus really becomes very functional so that as we age, and listen, we're all aging. It doesn't matter if you're 17 or you're 70, all aging, right? But as we age, we want to be able to hold on to the lifestyle that we love and that we enjoy. We want to be able to wake up in the morning and get dressed and go shopping and do the things that we want to do. And as we age, there is a tendency to lose some functionality if we're not careful and if we're not intentional about it. Balance, you said, is a big one. We talk a lot about brain health. We talk about dementia and Alzheimer's and all those scary things that, are part of the aging process that we need to be aware of.
Yeah.
And it feels to me like what you're saying is, from a senior standpoint and from a senior certification standpoint, you're really focusing on that functional. Can we pick up a gallon of milk? Can we still pick up our grandkids? Can we get down on the floor with the grandkids, play around with them, and then stand up and be okay? And I think there's something really powerful in that and in helping people achieve those goals.
Yes, there is. There is. And then there's something powerful in it for me, even as an instructor, to remember that those basic things are super important to me as well.
Yeah. So in the introduction, we talked a little bit about a life-changing decision that you made that really helped you focus in on what was important in your life. Talk about that. Let's go through that.
Okay, well, my kids entered the age of, junior high school. Life started to have some stressors that it didn't have before.
Yeah.
And they were coming to me with real problems and, hey, what do I do? What do I do? And as I was giving them advice on how to handle maybe mental health issues, mental wellness issues, how to handle anxiety or how to handle stressful situations, after talking to them, I'd take a hard look in the mirror and realize that I was not doing any of those things.
Not really practicing what you were preaching and things that you knew that were going to be helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think things that we all know.
Yeah.
And so when I looked in the mirror, it was really hard for me to see how much I was escaping really dealing with my problems. And I had a very unhealthy relationship with alcohol.
Yeah.
And I started to see how I was using alcohol in lieu of these helpful things I was telling my
children.
Great
advice that you were helping your kids with.
Yeah. Why am I not doing these things, these mindful practices, right? Really digging into what these stressors are and how I'm choosing to deal with them. I wasn't dealing with them. I wasn't recognizing them or choosing to try to ignore them. And I wanted to be not just the parent, but the person in life who is doing the things that I'm saying you should be doing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be more of an example to them than just words. I wanted to show them how I was doing it and how it was making a difference.
Yeah.
And so I broke up with alcohol. It was a big breakup. And I knew that I had to say goodbye to that because I knew that I was misusing it.
Yeah.
And I recognized my misuse of the alcohol. So I thank the kids every day for having stressors and coming to me with their stressors so that I could be a better example and just be a better person.
Yeah.
Be a better version of myself.
So that was a big decision in your life that you made. Do you look back on it and wish that you had done things differently, or with that decision, did it work out the way that you needed it to for you?
I try to not live with regret.
Okay.
Could it have been done differently? Yes, I could have quit drinking long ago, and I really probably should have. I learned a lot of life lessons though.
Yeah.
So I want to say with that comes, it was the timing was really great for me and my family.
Yeah, great.
Wish I had stopped sooner for sure, because I did have an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. But with that being said, it coming at the time that it did and playing the role in my life and in my family when it did,
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. I'm just absolutely so grateful for the kids and the words that they used and the trust that they had in me to come to me. And we maintain a very open and honest relationship in my household. And so I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for it
Well,
every day.
congratulations on many years of sobriety and on the continuing of that journey. We wish you the very best of luck on that. I want to talk a little bit about fitness and addiction recovery. You kind of dug into that, having maybe gone through some personal experiences yourself. Talk a little bit about the role that fitness can play in a recovering addict.
Yeah, for sure. Well, fitness for me initially was it took over it replaced it.
Yeah.
Like when I gave up drinking, I had to have something to incorporate in that place. And fitness was my number one go-to at the time. It was when I decided to quit drinking, I reached out to the community for support and to help. And I was very loud about it.
Yeah.
I was very loud because I didn't care enough about myself to quit drinking for myself. So it had to be accountability to my family and to my community and the people that I didn't want to disappoint.
Yeah.
Because disappointing myself wasn't enough motivation for me. So I did reach out to a lot of people and let them know what my plan and intentions were and why I needed to quit drinking, and said, hey, ask me how I'm doing occasionally and we'll both know what that means.
There's something about accountability, right? And whether you're talking about addiction recovery or a good workout partner that helps you get to the pool or on the pickleball court or whatever it is, there's something about a community and friends and love, and it all comes together to kind of make us better people.
Yes, so much so.
Yeah.
So much so. And in so many ways that I didn't really think I recognized at the time, but I knew I needed something more.
Yeah.
I knew that I needed something more. And in the beginning, fitness really gave that to me. And now it keeps me there. It kind of like I don't teach and work out as much as I used to anymore, but I do weekly. I teach a couple classes a week. It keeps me in check, and it reminds me what purpose it's serving and why.
Yeah.
So
you've had that experience yourself. Have you done like very specific addiction recovery fitness classes, or do you just know that there are people there that need a little extra help? Like, how has that worked out in your teaching and in your professional career?
I have done both. So I have worked for recovery programs. I have gone to in-house facilities and taught classes there.
Yeah.
We just set up the garage for a little class and have, teach a class. I've also done classes in the park with organizations like Addict to Athlete.
Okay.
Which I love. That Addict to Athlete is a fabulous program because it's not just drugs and alcohol. Any addiction that you may have, they focus on, whether it's food, shopping, pornography, whatever it is. And their message is that if you have some addiction that you want to get rid of,
Help with,
you can erase that addiction and replace it with a healthy habit. And I loved the message of we erase and replace. And my replace really did become fitness for a very long time. But teaching in a recovery field, I love it. I love to be able to talk about my story and how fitness has helped me maintain sobriety. And I love to share that with other people.
I'm sure it adds a ton of credibility with someone who's going through the same struggles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had people come up to me after and, in sobriety and early sobriety, living in a home, and say, how did you do this?
Yeah.
How did you get certified? How did you get to this point? I've been a dancer in the past and I want to do this. And it's been really cool to see the people that are interested and to see that they can find their own journey might match mine quite a bit.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. And again, we talked about community and how important that can be. Without disclosing anybody's name or anything, do you have a success story of somebody that you've really been able to connect with and work through this process with them?
Not in the fitness world. I haven't stayed.
You have your own
close.
success story,
Yeah.
certainly, yeah.
Now, in recovery, I do have, I do celebrate every year my recovery in my class.
Yeah.
So I don't have like a birthday class or holiday parties, but I will have every year I'll have a sobriety. So like this next year, I'd have my 9-year sobriety party. And I have through that found people just in the small community that will come up to me after and say, I have had on a number of occasions, I'm really struggling with alcohol, or I'm struggling with drinking,
Or whatever
had a
addiction
spot,
is, yeah.
to where I've been able to be more of a coach and a mentor and a support outside of fitness even, and branched out into other relationships that look like that. So it has opened those doors for me.
Well, that is awesome, Merilee, and thanks for your work there.
Yeah.
And congratulations on that. We've got about 2 minutes left. I want to shift gears a little bit. This was your first year officially as an employee.
Yes.
and living through the inspiration, but also a little bit of the chaos that can be behind the scenes of the Huntsman World Senior Games.
Yes.
Do you have a memory that stood out to you, or an athlete that you met, or something that really resonated with you this year as a first year?
Oh, God, there's so many things that resonated with me. It's like impossible to be like, this was the one thing. Everything about the games, the energy, I guess if I had to pick one thing, the energy of just being there with the athletes and with everybody. Being in the gift shop, I feel like I was at an advantage of getting to meet more athletes.
Yeah, you would have seen a lot of people come through those lines.
Everyone, I did, and I loved it because the variety of the different athletes and the different levels of skills. And our second week, we had a participant, the one that stands out to me the most, that had purchased one of our shirts the week before, and it's this bright fluorescent tie-dyed shirt that says Wild Women on it.
Okay.
And I saw her from across the room the week after our second week, and she had that on with some cute little overalls, and she had her pigtails. And I saw her from across the room, and I had to go talk to her and tell her how adorable she looked. And as we got talking, I just fell in love with her story. She is in archery.
Okay.
And she shoots archery. She is an avid hunter from New Mexico. And she changed her hunting into archery competition. And now she travels globally competing in archery. And she was just a fun spirit and just so much fun energy. Loved speaking with her.
You talk about energy. There is something special that happens during the Huntsman World Senior Games, and it all revolves around the energy of the athletes. The volunteers get to feel it. I think the community as a whole gets to feel it.
Yeah.
I think that family members and loved ones of the athletes get to feel it as well. There is just something special that goes on during the Huntsman World Senior Games, and you got a front row seat.
Undeniable.
Be able to experience it right up front.
Yes, it was awesome.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks for being a part of our team. Thanks for helping the games be successful. And we're really looking forward to continuing to work with you going into the future and thriving with your energy as well. So we appreciate the energy that you bring too.
Oh, I'm super excited to be here. I am so happy here. It's been such a wonderful fit.
Well, it's a great thing. And, we talk about the passion and the energy and the love that the athletes bring with them. And we're beneficiaries of it. We get to feel it.
Oh, for sure.
And as we said, front row seats.
Without a doubt.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Kyle.
Just a couple of things to wrap us up here really quickly. The games are indeed over, as we've talked about, but the memories still remain. You can check out our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/World Senior Games. There's some amazing, incredible photos that are there. You want to check those out, as well as other memories that took place during the games, and then also updated and upcoming information as well. We also want to encourage you to take a look at seniorgames.net. There you're going to find upcoming information as well as the official results. So if you want to see how you did or see how you stack up against our athletes from this year, check out seniorgames.net for that. If you want to plan ahead, and why would you not want to plan ahead? The team registration for the 2026 Huntsman World Senior Games will open on January 1st. Individual registration is going to take place on March 1st and goes until September 1st. So put that on your calendar. The games are going to run from October 5th through the 17th of 2026. Remember to tune in live next and every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time on AM 1450 or FM 93.1 for the Huntsman World Senior Games Active Life. We take this live show and we turn it into a podcast, and you can subscribe anywhere that podcasts are found. If you're listening or if you're watching by podcast, take a moment and give us a rating, write a quick review. That can really help us spread the word. And then you can also find this and previous shows right on our website. Again, that is seniorgames.net. So check that out. Today's inspirational thought comes from the great Nelson Mandela, who once said, "A winner is a dreamer who never gives up." Until next Thursday, stay active.